And I have completed the first unit of microcontroller, that is architecture of 8051. Today we can go for the second unit, which comprises different topics that is especially related to programming, program instructions, program instruction mnemonics, and various types of languages. So let us see one by one. And the first topic which we are going to discuss today is different programming languages, like initial days which language we are using, and later of that and present, so that we are categorized into different languages. So first and the most basic type of language that we came across is the mission level language. So what is mission level language? So what we are communicating, these are languages we are categorized based on the regional dependency, because the people who belongs to Tamil Nadu, they are speaking Tamil. The people who belongs to Andhra Pradesh, they are speaking Telugu, and the people who born and brought up in Karnataka, they are speaking Kannada. So that is language which we are communicating. Here when we are talking about system languages, programming languages, to communicate, to develop, to make the specific task to happen, we need to write the programming languages in various levels. So first and foremost thing is mission level language. What are the features of mission level language? The mission level language is the first generation and elementary level language. Means elementary level, the initial days, the first language that we are used is mission level language. What is mission level language? The language that is understood by the mission, that is system or computer, what we can say. So that system or a mission that understand language is not anything that English or Tamil or any language. It can understand only binary values, that is ones and zeros. Means ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಝೀರೋಸಿಂದ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ದಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಮಿಷನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ second feature is the language is a mission dependent language. Means this language is dependent on mission, means that mission that can understand, that's why it is, we are calling it as mission dependent language. The computer can understand only the binary language, that's what I have said, right? Only it can understand ones and zeros, 0 1 1 0 1 0 0 0 0, like that. There is no other number, only binary means it is having base 2, right? Only two possibilities, 0 or 1. And third feature is mission language statement is written in binary code, that is ones and zeros. So mission can understand very fast, right? So ones and zeros, imagine in the initial days how difficulty for the programmer to remember every instruction has to be written in binary level, right? Now we can use the words like printf, scanf, okay, input statements, output statements, very in a closer to the language that can be understood by the human beings, right? But whereas in the initial days, that is in low level, that is mission level language, in those days every programmer has to write the code and the system has to understand the code in ones and zeros only. Okay, so fifth feature is it requires no translate code. There is a software just nowadays, assembler, like that, because to convert assembly level language into low level language, to convert one level of language to another language, we need translators. But in initial days, what is good thing about this language is there is no requirement of any translator, because language itself, the programmer himself is writing the code in mission language. The system requirement is also mission language. So in that case, we don't need any translator to convert the code from one type to other type, right? And sixth point is, it is difficult to understand the instruction, because when the everything is in ones and zeros, how will you separate those things? If I am writing the sentences without space, how will you read, even after we know alphabets and everything? But everything is in ones and zeros, how difficult it was. So that's what it is saying. It is difficult to understand and to write the instruction and to understand the instruction. And last and feature is, it is difficult to find errors in the program written in the machine language. Means to find errors in such languages was very difficult when compared to this present languages. Okay, this is what all about machine level language. And the next one is features of assembly language, assembly level language. What is assembly level language? In assembly level language andre ಇಲ್ಲಿ binary, other than binary values, zeros and ones, here there was an innovation started. We can use some mnemonics, not closer to the language that we are human beings understandable. So closer means ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮೀಪವಾದಂಥ, instead of move, MOV, we can write MOV. Not completely same sentence, same wordings we are using. They are mnemonics closer to that. Like CLR, actual spelling of clear is CLEAR, but in assembly language they are using CLR. CLR. If multiplication means MULTPLICATIONS, multiplication, whereas in assembly language they are using short MUL, and division means DIVISION, division, whereas in assembly language they are using short form of that, div. Okay, like this many things. Jump, JMP, not instead of JUMP, jump, JMP. Okay, many are there. When we are going on through the instructions studying, we can come to know that how difference actually the human understandable language and assembly language. So that's what here you can understand that. So it is a second generation low level programming language. Hence the programmer write the instructions using meaningful abbreviations or mnemonics. Means closer to English, not completely English, closer to English, abbreviations. That's what, that kind of words they are using in this language. That's why it is called assembly language, or it is also called as low level language. And second point is, it is also called as low level programming language. That it is already said in that first point. And third point is, during the execution the assembler converts the assembler level instruction into machine language. Means while execution, as I have already told, right, in execution there was no requirement of translator. Here we are writing in assembly language, so to make it that to understand to the machine or a computer, it requires a translator. That's what it is. Third point is saying, during execution the assembler converts the assembly level language instructions into machine language. Finally, any program you are writing, finally to make that program to be understood to machine, it needs to be converted into machine language, right? So here we required some softwares so that to convert the one level, that one level is here assembly level language, that needs to be converted into machine level. So fourth point will be what? So it requires a translator. And fifth point, it is okay, make it that another point, it is easier to understand when compared to machine language. Okay, it is obviously because better to understand a mnemonics rather than a ones and zeros, right? That's why it is saying that it is easier to understand assembly language than the machine language. And it is also easier to locate the errors. If there is a syntax error, if there is anything errors in the execution, so that errors can be found very easily compared to the machine level language. Okay, this is what about assembly level language or low level language. Okay, next is middle level language. What is middle level language? Means here almost near to the high level language. It is the programming language which bridges the gap between assembly language and high level language. What today we are using, like various languages like C++, Java, whatever we are using, right? So that is high level languages. There was a language that is assembly language. In between, one language was came, that is middle level language. That's what it fills the gap between, it bridges the gap between low level language and high level language. In between a language is called, that is middle level language. Middle level language, we can use the C language to do system programming of operating system as well as application programming, like for developing applications, for developing softwares. C language, using such example, you can say that it is a middle level language. Middle level programming language is closely related to machine as well as human being, and it is in between. It is a kind of language that closely related to machine level as well as human understandable language. Using inline assembly language feature, they can directly access the system registers. Okay, so this is fifth point. Because of it supports inline assembly language features, they can directly access system, means there is no need of anything to access the system register. We are having system registers, right? So accumulator, we are kept on saying B register, shift register, or special function register. Those registers can access to directly. Okay, so it also supports high level language features. Okay, so what are all the features that is supported by high level, that features is also supports by middle level language. And last and foremost thing is high level language. So what is high level language? It is a third generation language, programming language. Okay, so here how the language will be, here the language will be very much all 99% the language is in the form of what we are communicating, like in English, what we are using for many languages, right? C++, Java, okay, many languages are there, Python. Okay, such languages we can say that the language uses a series of English like words which are closer to the human language or used to write instruction. They are called as high level language. Means what all the words what we are using, right? What I am talking now is English. Such kind of words can be put into a program, to write a programs, put into in the form of instructions. ಸೊ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಬರೆಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂಥ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಹೈ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. These languages are complex but easy to read and understand and maintain. So when a programmer or a new programmer comes and visits the program, watches the program, he obviously understands because it is very much in the English, right? So that can be easily understand and maintained. And fourth point is, during execution of the program written in high level language need to be translated using either compiler or interpreter, obviously, right? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟರ್ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ದ ಕೋಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಹೈ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್, ಬಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್. ಸೊ ಟು ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೆಟರ್ ಆರ್ ಕಂಪೈಲರ್, ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ our system softwares, so such softwares are required. So why required? To convert. So high level language English ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವುದನ್ನು ಒನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಜೀರೋಸ್ ಮಿಷನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ here also, as it is said in the assembly language, as it is said in the middle language, here also we required what is the translator. Okay, examples of high level languages are C, C++, Pascal. Okay, in this video we are going to discuss about various computer languages, computer programming languages, like mission level language, assembly language, middle level language, and high level language. So what is mission level language? Computers can understand only digital signals which are in the form of ones and zeros, right? So that's what we are calling it as mission level language. So the instruction given to the computer can be only in binary codes. Means, what is the meaning of that? So everything, the program instructions we have to write in binary only. So writing program becomes very tedious, very difficulty when we are compared to other languages. Like, see here, decimal number 9 in binary it is 1001. So 10, 1010, 11. So for this only we are already came. It is difficult to remember. So imagine A means 01000001. So because it is a 41, I think, in ASCII. So B means this number. Every alphabet is having some number. Okay, mission level language. There is no need of any translator here, because the language itself is in binary and a system or a computer needs in binary. So there is no requirement of any translator here. So next is assembly level language. As I said you, right? So the difficulties whatever there in machine level language can be solved by here. So assembly language instructions are given in English like words, not English like words, like instead of move, mov, addition, add, subtraction, sub, like that. Assembly language is also known as low level language, as I already told. So assembly level language is translated. Assembly language also there is a requirement of translator that you can see here. So assembly language is converted into machine level language with the help of assembler. Okay, coming to middle level language, any built-in function that is found in high level languages, means whatever the built-in functions that are available in high level cannot be provided by this, but it fills the gap between machine level language and high level language. A user can use this language to program system programming and for developing applications and all. See, you can see the program example of middle level language here. Example C, here they have taken example C itself. So A is equal to some value and B is equal to some value, sum is equal to A plus B, that's what. So here also a translator required. High level language, so high level language is the closest language that a human can understand. Means here the program instructions are written using the English words so that it can be easily understandable. The main advantage of high level language is that easier to read and understand. So here the programs written in high level language must be translated. Here also translator is required. The role of translator is done by a what we call it as interpreter. Means you can observe here a Python code is there. So Python code A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, sum A plus B, that is 30. So that can be printed by using instruction print F, print sum. So whatever the result sum is, that printed. So here interpreter is used as a translator. Means high level language is converted into machine level language. So this is what all about various programming languages.